created here, you see this, not okay, only today. It is created not only today, correct? Yeah, okay, I was going crazy. I thought you already have one. No, today I created, then I marked it as a searchable, so it's not just coming up here. I run the task. Okay, so now it should show me all the employee ID here. Let me refresh this page. Yeah, these are the different employee ID. Okay, now this is done. Now go back to this. Our Meet Main Requirement Manager. For that, we have to go to the application from which we are sourcing the data, so this is a generous application. Here we have this correlation. We have to have two types of pollution, account collision, manager collision. So at this time, we will only work on the manager collision. So, basically, application, this is the mapping, simple mapping. You don't see any, you will not see any, confusion, wizard or anything. It's just a simple mapping. What we need to map here whenever. Employee ID. Match with the manager ID. Okay, we have to make a manager coalition. So from the application attribute we'll simply select employed ID. So whenever from this application employee ID match with the manager ID in the Sailpoint system. Sorry, I think I'm saying opposed employee ID and their manager ID. Yeah, whenever I manager ID match with the employee ID. Okay, save this. Now all the data is aggregated. Difference, understand the difference between aggregation tasks and the refresh task. All the data is already added in the simple system. This is a within the Sailpoint system. We define some new changes here, right in the coalition now, in order to generate this data. What we need? We need to refresh task. This is a refresh and the cube task. This refresh task do a lot of thing in the background. One example is it will update the manager status of all the user. So we have this option selected by default. This come with this option selected. So this is the option which will actually refresh the manager status. Basically, it will perform that mapping calculation. Okay, it will do that mapping animation. Now, this is the option. It's already selected here, so we don't need to select here simply. Save and execute. Go to task result. Wait for the task completion. This task is complete. Open the task result score change. Go to any warehouse. You see manager populated. For Mary Johnson. James Smith was the. James Smith is a manager, so let me open. Mary Johnson. Yeah, you see, Mary Johnson's manager is James Smith. And you see one more thing here, this value is coming in blue. That means it's a clickable. So Sailpoint give you feature that if you click on this identity, it will open the manager. For example, I can do this. I can search for this user, Maria Byte. For money right. This is a Maria White user. I'm manager. I just wanted to see who is wanted to see, money to see. Patricia Johns. So you see this is a name. If I click on this, it will again load this user identity. That means we are here. On this user, or this user employed is one name. One is who's James Smith. If you click here James Smith, it will open the James Smith. So Sailpoint also follow hierarchy manager, hierarchy basically. So this is how we configure the managers in Sailpoint. And any doubt, any question on this from anyone? Under the manager. Do you see the employees? Under the manager. What do you mean by under the manager? Under every manager, the number of employees. Yeah, that we can see from here. Advanced Analytics, go to Advanced Analytics. Okay, first, make sure you always clear the previous search. Okay, clear search. All search are removed. Now let's example. I want to search. You know I want to search this manager and I want to see subordinate of this manager. Write all the subordinate who report to this manager. Okay, let's say Mary Johnson. So what I can do is manager ID. What is Mary Johnson? Select. This manager is Mary Johnson and display field. Let's say first name, last name. This will be enough. Now, these are the 4 users who report to Mary Johnson. We can confirm from here 1 at 2 is the employee ID. If you see, these are the 4 users, Robert, Linda, Michael, Barbara. The same user here. Okay. You can only see that on the intelligence. Yes. Not in the identities. No, not in the idea now. For example, if you click on this user, you will not see that how many users in Sailpoint report to this Albert Woods here. That you will not see. That you will not see. That blue color it is showing like a link berry. That means a link. It's applicable. Okay, if you click, it will go to just that employee, that man is. Identity. That's it. It's not going, and in the end in this, there is no tab that says that. You know from A to Z, works under this person, or yeah for this user, this no manager. No, not this man, is not this person, but any manager. If you go to the identity of that manager, there is no tab that says that these are the number of employees under that person. Yeah, that is that feature is not there. Yeah, that's good, I got that feature. Is not this for that? Advanced Analytics. Yeah, you can. You can create that kind of a functionality if anybody want. I mean forcefully yes, but not supported by a Sailpoint. Not support, okay. So when they upgrade or something it's not, it will wipe out. You have to again put your life understood, okay, and the intelligence is the ad hoc reports. Sorry. Intelligence is the place where you have reports, kind of. Yeah, this is, in the end, only intelligence reports. So these are like around 40. 50 reports are here. Based on that, you can generate different report. Those are vanilla reports. Yeah, vanilla reports. Yeah, I mean, when you open it you will see all the configuration options, like, for example, you want to change the headers, you want to change the sequence, you want to only show few attribute. Right, so those option is configurable directly from this. You know, with this wizard. You want to add filter and all, for example, access review, decision report right. These are the filter. You see their multiple filter. That I'll show you, example. Now we don't have the data, so I cannot run this report, how much hierarchy levels it can go, how complex or how deep it can. You know under 1, 2, 3, how many manager hierarchy, oh. Yeah, I mean it will follow the sequence, like, if it is like 1000 level, 5000 level, it will follow the sequence, it doesn't follow. Okay, but there is no limit. As to no limit, okay. So now, basically, our application onboarded. The authoritative application is completely onboarded, okay. We have defined the INDs. Mapping say, we populate the manager. Everything is done now. In the prod right, like in the real environment, in the real situation. HR team. As you know, we don't know what. How they will add the data in this system. They might adding, whole day, right, or they may like in the evening they will update this system, right. Based on the business requirement, we have to schedule this task. We cannot go and run this manually every time, right? A person is required to run this manually, so we need to schedule this task based on the business requirement. So generally what we do every morning and every evening, we schedule this task right. So example, HR aggregation, right-click. Click on the schedule button here. Okay, let's say daily. HR. Mission task, okay. Anything like you want to configure, you can configure. Now, this is a main thing, frequency. I want to run this task daily, so select this, OK schedule. Now go to schedule task. You should daily HR aggregation. Last execution is blank because this task is not scheduled yet. Okay, so now this task will schedule at 825, that means after 4 minutes from now, and after that it will schedule tomorrow at same time. So it will schedules this time. Every day. Basically, this is how we schedule the task, so no manual intervention is required. Okay, all clear with this. Can we schedule the same with the Fusion Chronic sessions, like suppose I don't want to run the aggregation during the non-working days of business? No, already. Can that make it happen? Non-working day is not possible. You have limitation, but using Chrome app expression you can reduce the time. Let's say you want to do it in every 10 seconds, or something like that. Using grown-up expression, you can. And if the possible is, writing grown-up expression you can do that. It will only work in weekdays or in weekends.